We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area into the rip area here on 42 Vision. And in today's volatility, our SPY bot sent out a bull indicator at 10:35 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 Vision, and call options went up 500% plus within hours, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, completing this full transition and breaking through key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to talk about what's going on with the inflow versus outflow and the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run of the day was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run of the day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot sent out a bull indicator at 9:45 a.m. and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 Vision, and call options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see, they're popping up within the screen, within the options chain. Some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area of white with red borders, as I call it, on 42 Vision to the rip area up here on bright green bars. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 Vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 Vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bull indicator here at around 411.50 area. Things came right back down to 410.50 area and bounced back up. The outflow slightly actually controlled some domination here in that pullback, but no bear indicator. That bull indicator was still in effect, and things bounced right off of that with a strong support. Inflows got back over, and they hit highs here of 4.23, breaking through multiple resistance levels. As we talked about in yesterday's video, the 412.50 area, things got kind of tight here. We're going to zoom into the 15-minute and see that. And then things ripped right through and went all the way up to the next resistance up here of 415. And we could see that things have slowed down here. And we need to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow and how crucial this inflow versus outflow is going to be here on the 30-minute, as it is above. And not only that, but the 1 hour has crossed back up as well. and it's under a bull indicator, canceling the bear indicator from yesterday. And these are the key things that we broke down in yesterday's video. And the inflows had started to begin towards the bell, and you could see that on the 30-minute it crossed over, some zigzagging here, but once things leveled off, this bull indicator never got canceled, held true, and ripped right through as those inflows picked up and pushed even higher. Now we're gonna zoom into the 15-minute, and we're going to see how the 412.50 area was acting as resistance. So when we zoom in here, you could see that the 412.50 area, things were kind of stuck there, broke through it. It would come back down below it until it finally broke through. And on the 15-minute, a bull indicator popped up at around 411.90 area. Inflows crossed over, and they were strong for the rest of the day. But we're seeing now here in the second half of the day, after hitting highs here of inflows of 3.96 and hitting up here the 415 to 416 area, right? It hit highs here of 415.85, almost reaching 416. Things have slowed down and outflows have began, guys. Now, the only reason things have not collapsed back down to the downside, it's going to be due to the fact that the outflows, even though they're red, inflows are still dominating because it's positive 1.50, but it is really close to the midpoint, and if it were to cross it to the downside, that weakness could start to reflect pretty quickly into the charts. Now, that's not the case just yet, but this is going to be critical and crucial going into tomorrow within the volatility, because if those outflows continue, it could start to reflect here into the 30-minute chart. Now, those of you that are not aware or found out later in the day, the reason why stocks started to rise pretty quickly is in the hopes of possibly no default in the next few weeks and months, right? So that's something to not ignore. Right now, it's just actually talk. We don't know. We don't have confirmations until those agreements go through. But so far, that's what's coming out, right? Articles and different entities, right? And individuals that are in this sector that have authority over this sector and this concept stating that a default may not happen, right? But you have both extremities. You have some stating a default may, some stating a default may not. Right now, though, the one thing I do know that has not changed is the amount of volatility that's in the markets, and it's so crucial to pay close attention to the charts and having that edge within these volatile moves. And that's the goal with 42 Vision, to go ahead and share with you guys these updates daily, and those that join get the live access within the volatility to be equipped and prepared within those moves. But here we are with the SPY back up above 415, trying to fight to stay above it, and we need to talk about the key levels I would watch here going into tomorrow. So the first thing is these inflows need to stay above the midpoint here on the 30-minute. This bull indicator needs to stay strong, and these outflows need to slow down, right? We do not want to see it cross to the downside, because if it does, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into the charts and possibly cancel out this bull indicator with a possible bear indicator. And that could possibly roll over into the 30-minute and the 1 hour, affecting the momentum that we're seeing so far with those inflows staying strong. So it's going to be crucial. Now, on the 1 hour, once again, when we zoom back out, it's going to be crucial for these inflows to stay above, and a bull indicator popped up around the 411.80 area, and we do not want to see that get canceled by any chance with a bull indicator in these outflows starting to the downside, because momentum can start to reflect that weakness into the charts. Now, the first key level I would watch is support, and the first support level here where things actually bounced off after sitting kind of sideways here in the second half of the day was 414. That's going to be crucial, and then back down towards the 412.50 area. Those are the two key levels to the downside in that tight range I would not ignore. And then below that comes the 410 area. If these outflows were to become more significant, this bull indicator gets canceled and a bear indicator pops up in the process, getting those outflows to cross the midpoint, reflecting further weakness. Okay, that's what I'll be watching to the downside. Now to the upside, the first resistance is the high of day, 415.80 area. I would just round that up to 416. And then above that is the 418 area. And above 418 would be the 420 area. And we want to see these inflows stay green and above. This bull indicator to continue strong here on the 30-minute. Same thing on the 1 hour. And then when we zoom back in to the 15-minute, for that momentum to pick up and reflect further strength into the charts and justify that such move, and this bull indicator does not get canceled from down here to around 411.80 area. We want these inflows to continue above the midpoint on the 15-minute and to switch from red to green and pull back up, guys. Currently sitting at 1.5, and the highest it reached recently today was the 4.00 area to 3.99. So something to not ignore there. It is crucial and critical here within this volatility of the 15-minute that outflows have began, not just yet on the 30-minute and 1 hour, but we need inflows to pick back up so those 3 time frames can continue strong. And I'm going to be watching those inflow versus outflows very carefully, because if that 15-minute crosses, it may roll over to the 30-minute. And if that starts to roll over into the 30-minute, things could switch from red to green. And here we are talking live in the video, guys, how important that was. And here we are seeing it live in the video, switching from green to red here. And if these outflows continue on the 15-minute and they do cross, things could quickly start to reflect to the downside. So I'm going to be watching that, like I stated, very closely going into tomorrow, and how it reacts and impacts the 30-minute, as right now in the live video, we are seeing it slightly pulled downwards. It still hasn't impacted much of the chart, but that 15-minute is still above. If it crosses over, that weakness could start to reflect pretty fast. And if it continues to roll over to the 30-minute and 1 hour, eventually these bull indicators could possibly even be canceled with possible bear indicators, right? Not guaranteed, but something to not ignore and overlook here. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. And these inflow versus outflows, like I stated, are going to be crucial and critical. I'll be watching the bull and bear indicators as well. And as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.